Hello everybody and welcome back. Last time we took care of Deadbeard and we obtained the final treasures in Crossbone Isle. And today we're finally going to face the final challenge that we can find at the very top of Venus Lighthouse. So, I just thought I'd let you guys know that off screen. I didn't do any leveling up because we're actually at a excellent level to go ahead. But I did a few things. First off, I went all the way back to the Mercury Lighthouse and filled up our empty bottle with the water of Hermes. Not because I plan to use it in combat here, but because I find it to be a nice souvenir or a reminder of our journey. I also moved a few items around and I went to a sanctum and removed all my equipment so I can equip the Muramasa back on Garrett. And one more thing. So throughout the game I mentioned about the power bread as well as all the other stat boosting items. And you may be wondering when I was going to use them. Well, the thing is, I don't plan to use them in this game in particular. I do plan to use them when I transfer the data on this game up to the Lost Age, because there is a particular challenge in Lost Age that will require as much help as I can get. And one final thing. As soon as we go down here, that is the end. And if you want to get the most out of your experience by playing the Lost Age, I would advise that you at the very least get 6 Jinn of every element. You don't have to get all 7, but if you do transfer your file and you have less than 6 of every Jinn, you will not be able to get every single thing in the Lost Age, because there is a final dungeon that requires you to have every single Jinn, and that includes those from the original game. Right, that being said, I'm going up against the final challenge with this setup, and I also switch Ivan back to the Swift Sword. So, that being said, let's get our Synergy Stone and let's go down. And up we go. At long last, the time has come to light Venus Lighthouse beacon. With the second beacon lit, only 2 will remain. Now, lighting Jupiter is virtually the same as lighting Mars. That is true. Jupiter is really all that remains. That's right, your dreams are within your grasp now. Why are you still here, Felix? I thought I ordered you to on ahead to the ship. I've already sent Jenna and the others to the dock at Idejima. Then why did you come back? Because I have a different promise to keep. A promise, you say? You must mean Sheba. Yes, Sheba. Why haven't you released her yet? You promised to free her once you got into Venus Lighthouse. And that is what brought you back here? You promised not to involve anyone who wasn't related to this matter. Sheba is special. Of course. Because Sheba is a special adept? You guys learned something from the first 2 lighthouses. And what would that be? In order to enter each lighthouse, you needed an adept of that clan. Right now we have fire, earth and water adepts, but no wind adept. That does seem to be the case. Do we need Sheba to get into the Jupiter Lighthouse? I am sorry, Felix, but we cannot even enter without a wind adept. That being the case, I guess I understand why you cannot set Sheba free. It seems that you, too, have learned something. If that is all, then you should go, Felix. No, I cannot leave Sheba behind. I'm taking Sheba to the ship. What are you talking about, Felix? We don't know what will happen when you light this beacon. I will not leave Sheba here to find out. We told you that we'd protect Sheba. Don't you trust us? That's not what I'm saying. It's just best to be safe. Don't tell us what's best, Felix. You're not taking Sheba. Why not? What? You don't trust me? How can we, after you just demanded we free Sheba? If we had trusted you a moment ago, Sheba would be free now. Come with me, Sheba. I shall protect you. Are you ready to do this, even though it means fighting us? I believe he is. He would not have defied us if he lacked the will to fight. If it means protecting Sheba from harm, then I must. You have seen what we can do. You know you cannot stop us. How can you protect Sheba when you can't even protect yourself? This rebellious attitude is exactly why we never let you fight. Haven't you been given enough reason to fear us in these travels? You're no fighter, Felix. How can you hope to stand against us? You question just for the last time. Let's see what you can do. It looks like they're having a falling out over Sheba. There's something more to it, though. It seems Arturos and Menardi no longer trust Felix. Looks like the perfect opportunity has just fallen into our laps. Now's our only chance to prevent them from lighting the beacon. Yes, let's go. There's not a moment to spare. Let's move. Isaac. So, you come to stop us? Look what your defiance has brought us, Felix. I don't need you or anyone to rescue me, Isaac. I was just about to settle things with Arturos and Menardi. You can watch. And I will show you the true power of this beacon's light. But Sheba has nothing to do with this, so set Sheba free. Silence! You best tread lightly, Felix, or both you and Sheba will suffer. If anything happens to Sheba, we will have failed Faran. We won't permit you to lay a hand on Sheba or Felix. Oh, so you're worried about Sheba too? Don't worry, we won't hurt Sheba, if you meet our conditions. What are you doing, Arturos? Leave this to me. Sheba, do you remember the rod connected to Hesperia? The rod of Hesperia? The rod required to reach the Jupiter lighthouse. Yes? Those who pursue us bear a rod. Is it the one? Sheba, stay where you are. You can do it from there. How about it, Sheba? Well, Sheba? Perhaps. Perhaps. Perhaps what? Don't yell at her. We're not yelling, we just want a straight answer. So, Sheba? Their minds are veiled. I cannot see clearly, but I think it's the one. It is a waste to make her try again. So what do we do? Do you know the terms we will require before we agree not to harm Sheba? Well, you did mention the rod connected to Esperia, so that would be Shaman's Rod. You're smarter than I thought if you already figured it out. If you give us the Shaman's Rod, Sheba will not be harmed. Agreed? No. He wants the Shaman's Rod. If we will save Sheba, I will give it up. What? But Hamet gave that to you, Ivan. Don't you care what happens to Sheba? And you will give us the rod. Well done, Saturos. We finally have the Shaman's Rod. Go get it, Felix. Why me? To ensure your loyalty to us. Go on, Felix. Isaac handed over the Shaman's Rod. What should I do with the rod? Keep it safe. Where do you think you're going, Sheba? We gave you the rod. Now release Sheba. Whatever do you mean? You said you'd free Sheba if we gave you the rod. Those were your terms. We gave you the rod, so release her. You seem to have misunderstood. I said we wouldn't harm Sheba, but I never said we'd let her go. You're altering the bargain? Haha, we can't help it if you misinterpreted Saturo's terms. Besides, if we were to release Sheba, she'd be in quite a fix. What do you mean? Sheba can't get back to Alibero alone. What do you mean? We're going to take Sheba... Oh no. That's right. You won't be going back. This is it for you. Excuse me? Enough! You're the ones who aren't going anywhere. Bring it on, whelp. You won't live long enough to regret your stupidity. Prepare to experience firsthand the horror of a master fire adept. Alright, finally we have our full battle against Saturos and Menardi, and without the light of Mercury Lighthouse to weaken them, they are actually quite imposing. So, let's start with Saturos. He is level 38, he has 3000 hit points, 260 synergy, 409 attack, 140 defense, 160 agility and 50 luck. His elemental resistances are 100 Venus, 175 Mars, 127 Jupiter, 72 and 72 Mercury. And he has a Mars elemental power of 110. He yields 3000 experience points regardless of whether you finish him off with a Mercury gem. He drops 3600 coins and he doesn't drop any items. He has his basic attack and there's a 13.7% chance of him using it. He has the Heat Flash monster skill with a 20.7% chance of him using it. He has the Inferno synergy, which is a new synergy that deals a Mars attack with a power rating of 140. Has a synergy cost of 23 synergy, a range of 5 and an 18.3% chance of him using it. And his new synergy is the Pyroclasm, which is the upgraded version of Eruption. Has a power rating of 180, a cost of 29 synergy, a range of 3, and there's an 11.3% chance of him using it. Then he has the Protect synergy with a 9% chance of him using it, the Potent Cure synergy with a 4.3% chance of him using it, the Hunt synergy with a 6.6% chance of him using it, and the Break synergy with a 16% chance of him using it. Up next we have Menardi. She is also level 38, she has 2600 hit points, 300 synergy, 388 and 89 attack, 134 defense, 220 agility, which actually makes her the fastest enemy in the game, and 50 luck. Her elemental resistances are 127 Venus, 175 Mars, 100 Jupiter and 48 Mercury. She has a Venus elemental power of 100, a Mars elemental power of 105 and a Mercury elemental power of 95. She yields 3000 experience points and she drops 4200 hit coins. and she doesn't drop any items. Now, regarding her commands, she has a basic attack and there's an 11.3% chance of her using it. She has the Dead Size, which is a mistake. It's supposed to be Dead Side monster skill, which is a bonus attack with an additional 35 damage, and it may instantly kill the target. And seeing as how her regular weapon is a scythe, this can be considered like her Unleash. And there's an 18.3% chance of her using it. She has the Flare Storm synergy with a 13.7% chance of him using it. The Fiery Blast synergy with a 20.7% chance of her using it. A new synergy, which is the Supernova, which is a Mars attack with a power rating of 170, a cost of 31 synergy, a range of 7, and a 9% chance of her using it. She has the Resist synergy with a 6.6% chance, the Impact synergy with a 16% chance, the Wish synergy with a 4.3% chance, and finally the Ply synergy with a 39% chance of her using it. Alright, so finally we get a proper battle against the main antagonist of the game. And in this case I'm going to mainly focus on one of them, because this kind of battles where as soon as you get rid of one it becomes exponentially easier. So I'm going to mainly be using buffs with Ivan and Mia and attacking with Isaac and Gary. Alright, so yeah, even though Saturos is the one that has the most damaging synergies, it is often a good idea to actually focus on Menardi because of her unique monster skill, which may happen to kill one of your party members, and that can be quite annoying. However, I'm feeling lucky, so hopefully she will not be able to get the insta-kill effect off. So I'm going to mainly focus on Saturos. I do find it odd that, seeing as how Saturos is clearly the more offensive oriented character, he's actually the one that has break, even though I think Menardi should be the one that has that synergy. But anyways, quite unlucky with the unleashes. Well, at the very least we are getting him to waste his turn using break. There we go. Alright. And there we have Pyroclasm. Yeah. I find it quite odd that Pyroclasm, despite having that huge animation, still only has a range of 3. You figure that it will at least have a range of 5. But anyways, let's continue buffing everyone up. And actually Ivan is a bit low on hit points, so I might have to take care of that, fix that as quickly as possible. Oh, come on. Hopefully that won't kill Isaac, Ivan. That was close. Alright, let's stop messing around and let's do a full round of heals, just to be on the safe side. Alright, we got the Unleash here. And we got the other Unleash, Demon Fire. Alright. We've been lucky so far with the Dead Side, so hopefully that luck will carry us through. Alright, so everybody's already fully buffed, and Saturos is down. So yeah, at this point we can just go ahead and have the entire party use their basic attack on Menardi, and she'll fall quickly enough. And just as I said, we lose a character. Luckily I can just revive her right away. There we go. Alright. And it was just a regular Sonic Smash. She should be almost done. And there we go. And we got 6,000 experience points. And Isaac level up. We did it! We beat them! Alright Sheba, let's go! Felix, what are you doing? I cannot give up, Sheba. What? But we just saved you! I never asked you to help us. Felix, you're not one of them. You are free to go now. So why are you doing this? The 4 beacons must still be lit. You're going to light the beacons? That is ridiculous. I felt you say that, but I'm going to do it anyway. So wait, if he means to light the beacons, then he's our enemy, right? Well, actually, friend or enemy, you won't stop me from taking Sheba with me. I hope you don't think you finish us off. You may not be finished, but you can barely stand. Right now, yes, but we will be back on our feet as soon as we do this! Oh no, he threw the elemental star into the lighthouse. How could this happen? We couldn't keep them from lighting the beacon. That's not all. The energy of the beacon will restore our power. How can it restore their power? Venus is the earth elemental, right? Yes. Then why would Venus give power to fire adepts? Fire and earth share a symbiotic relationship. This light will restore our synergy. We'll fight you as many times as it takes. We won't lose. You may have beaten the 2 of us, but now you face the true might of Fire Clan of the North. Fire Clan of the North? Bear witness to the true strength of the Northern Wilds. Oh, give it up. We beat you once, we'll do it again. Go, Felix. Take Sheba and go. I can go? We may not have the strength to protect Sheba after this. You must take Sheba to the ship without fail. What are you waiting for? Go now! No, I cannot leave you to fight them alone. Are you saying you don't want to lose to Isaac? I wonder if that's true. What was that? Wouldn't you be just a little sad to see your childhood friend perish? What are you saying? I'm saying you're here to protect this brat from your past. Do you really think that I would help them? Let's just say that I wouldn't put it past you. And you, Saturos, do you agree? I will not say that, but it would be best not to raise our suspicion. Now, who's telling whom what's best? Fine, I'll take Sheba for you. Come on, Sheba. Wait, Felix, I won't let you go. Felix is the least of your worries right now. Oh my, they're glowing. It's time you learn what true power is. Their synergy is overflowing. It is too late to run. Uh-oh, they're fusing. They merge into one another. Everyone get back! And the final challenge of the game, we have the Fusion Dragon. It is level 39. It has 5000 hit points, 500 synergy, 439 attack, 150 defense, 190 agility and 50 luck. Its elemental resistances are 127 Venus, 175 Mars, 127 Jupiter and 72 Mercury. And it has a Venus elemental power of 100 and a Mars elemental power of 110. Now, since this is the final boss of the game, of course, it does not yield any coins or experience or drop any item in particular. When it comes to its moves, it has of course the basic attack, and there's an 18.3% chance that it will use it. It has the Deadly Gas monster skill, which is a Venus attack with a power rating of 30, and it may inflict deadly poison, has a range of 3, and there's a 6.6% chance of him using it. He has the Evil Blessing monster skill, which is a Mars attack with a power rating of 80 that may inflict the Hunt status, also has a range of 3, and there's a 16% chance of him using it. Up next, he has the Drain Fang monster skill, which is a Venus attack with a power rating of 80 that restores hit points sometimes, and it may actually do nothing sometimes. Has a range of 1 and there's a 9% chance that he'll use it. Then he has the Dragon Driver, which is a Mars attack with a power rating of 120, has a range of the entire party, and there's a 13.7% chance that he'll use it. Up next is the Outer Space, which is a Mars attack with a power rating of 200. It is its stronger attack, has the range of the entire party, and there's a 20.7% chance that he'll use it. Then we have the Severe Blow monster skill, which is a Venus attack with a 1.2 multiplier, and it may reduce the target's hit points to 1. Has a range of 1, and there's a 4.3% chance that he'll use it. And finally, his only synergy is the Break synergy, and there's an 11.3% chance that he will use it. So yeah, I do find it quite odd that this being the fusion of two very powerful Mars adepts, masters of synergy, of fire synergy, yet they have not a single fire team synergy. They do have, of course, their monster skills. But yeah, this is the final challenge. And since it doesn't have any, even if I try to seal its synergy with love, all that I would do is basically take away their ability to use break. So this is why I do find this, speaking of, I do find this enemy not as easy to cheese as Deadbeard. So, that being said, I think I'm going to try to replicate the very same strategy that we have been using. Mainly buffing everybody and then going on a full-on offensive. Sheesh. So yeah. Even though, as I mentioned before, the last time that we were at the top of Venus Lighthouse, if you recall, my party was at level 28, and I did mention that at that level we were capable of actually taking this guy on, and I do stand by that. But even now at level 34, it's better to be careful, because he can be quite threatening. And there we have his strongest ability. And if you recall, this particular sequence is reminiscent of the Meteor Summon, except of course it is with a purple tint. Alright, so that was quite foolish of me to use standard attacks and nothing less and nothing else last turn, so I'm going to use Wish Well twice. Yeah, even though it is his stronger attack, he uses it quite often actually. Eesh. Ivan takes a lot of damage from that. Alright, so I should heal Mia, and I just noticed that almost the entire party is currently haunted, so that's annoying. Alright, do I have anything? I'm tempted to use it, but no, I want to actually transfer that to the other game, so I'm going to just use Wish Well. And this other monster skill actually is quite reminiscent of the Tiamat summon. Well, with the flames appearing on the ground and then it breathing a breath of purple fire in this case. But yeah, it is quite similar to the Tiamat summon. Alright, nobody was poisoned, nice. And I may actually take the chance to see if I can use, let's see, where is it? No. Yeah, I'm going to use tonic to get rid of the ghosts, and that should be to make it easier on me. Alright. Twice in a row. Alright. So, let's get tonic back. And let's use... Sometimes I really wish that the Hermit actually had access to the Play synergy, because I feel it's a bit of a waste to use Wish Well. But, whatever. Let's use High Impact, why not? Oh well, that was pointless. But at least now I know. Well, it's no longer pointless. I can't believe it. I forgot that Hermit is kind of weird. You have Break and Restore, but you don't have Cure Poison. Oh wait, you don't even have Restore. Whatever. And there we go. How did we lose? We are superior in every way, but still we were defeated? We did it! We won! We beat them. But have we really won? Well, yes. I don't see why. Well, I guess we have to catch up to Felix and Sheba, so not yet. All our efforts were for naught. What are you talking about? We did everything we could. Sure, we couldn't save the Venus lighthouse, but we beat them. They're gone. You saw them fall down into the pit. So we don't have to worry about any more beacons being lit. But Felix is gone, and he's taken Sheba. What's with you guys? Isaac, what are you looking at? Felix! Did you finish them? No one knew their power better than I did. If you destroy them, then I have no match for you now, Isaac. I must go. Come, Sheba. Wait, Felix. Why do you run from us? They fell into the lighthouse. It's all over. Poor fools. If you think it's over, you are sadly mistaken. If you plan to light the other beacons, you will still need the elemental stars. We have them. They're gone, Felix. You don't have to light the beacons anymore. Yes, I do. If I don't light the beacons, what will happen? It's no use talking about it. I wonder actually about that. Just wait and see. If you won't release Sheba, we'll have to take her back. The lighthouse. Isaac, they're too far away. We cannot reach Felix. That's not all. There's light coming down from below. No! Sheba! Hold on, Sheba. Take my hand. I can't. You must try. If you don't, you will fall. Look down. The foundations of the lighthouse are crumbling. Why is this happening? Is it to protect Venus Lighthouse? I'm sleeping. I can't hold on any longer. No! Don't let go! You can't! You'll... Goodbye, Felix. And thank you. Sheba! No! I won't let you die! And there he goes. Sheba fell after that last tremor. Felix didn't dive into the sea after her, did he? I cannot believe he did that from so high up. You idiot, Felix! I cannot believe he said he'd light the other beacons. We would have had to fight him if this hadn't happened. But he sacrificed himself to save Sheba. He is not like Saturus. I am at a loss. Isaac, we have to decide what to do next. What to do? What can we do? Why is the lighthouse beacon green, even though it was clearly shining gold? Anyways. What about Jenna and the others at Idejima? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Jenna. Isaac, listen up. We got to find Jenna. Look at that. Isaac has finally come back to his senses. Should we go find Jenna and the others right away? Yes. It's about time you started agreeing with me. Isaac, you will have to tell Jenna about Felix. I know it will be hard, but you will be there to comfort her. What is the matter, Garrett? I was just thinking, how the heck are we supposed to get down? Good point. This is going to make living very difficult. Well, that's solved. It's back to normal. That was odd. What's going on around here? I don't think we'll ever know. At least now we can go search for Jenna and the others. Alright, let's go, Isaac. It is time to find Jenna. But despite a long and tiring search, Jenna was nowhere to be found. And cheery music! Why not? How did the search for Sheva turn out? We were unable to find any sign of her. The seas are too rough to search. And there is no sign of her on land. Tolby is responsible for Sheva's fate. No apology can reflect the sorrow I feel at your loss, Farhan. All you can do for Sheva now is hope. But tell me, what of Jenna and the others? The same. We search all over, but are nowhere to be found. The ground tore apart from the shock of the lighthouse and the ship. Apparently everything at Idejima, including the ship, was swept away. So, Idejima itself was washed out to sea? It would seem so. Incredible. Then the cave too has been flooded? But we think Jenna and the others are still alive. They may have been washed out to sea with Idejima. We have decided to continue searching for Jenna. Haven't we, Isaac? Yes. Do not worry about Sheva. I just hope you are able to find Jenna. We will find Sheva, without fail. Sheva has been in dangerous situations before and lived. But this time, I believe, was nothing short of a miracle. Who knew the sea would rise up to the lighthouse just as she fell? Can you really call that a miracle? Do you think it was just good luck? Let's call it mere coincidence, for now. Nothing is coincidental when it comes to this child. So you believe Sheva survived? Yes, I am sure of it. Just because Sheva was an adept? An adept? What is that? Well, it is someone with abilities like theirs. Isaac, you and your friends are truly amazing. You were able to enter the ancient ruins and get to Venus Lighthouse. But Sheva was different. She couldn't enter the ruins. That is just because Sheva's abilities are different from theirs. No matter how many times I explain that to Farhan, he doesn't get it. Garrett, don't be rude. Unfortunately, we do not have time to talk. We got to go. That is right. I didn't mean to keep you. That did not come out right. We mean that while we're talking, Jenna and the others are lost at sea. I understand your desire to leave as soon as possible. The seas have been very rough since the beacon was lit. Be careful. You too. Farewell. Take care, and farewell. Thank you very much. I hope your search for Seba yields success. Alright, so before we leave Farhan's house, let's actually talk to a few of the people here. Farhan says knowing her powers, Sheba is allowed without a doubt, but I can't be as sure as Farhan until I see her. Please wait for me, outside Farhan's house. I wish to speak with you. You're leaving, after all, aren't you? You are welcome in La Libero anytime. They say the lighthouse crumbled down. That is as it should be. So, when it says that it crumbled down, it is clearly not Venus Lighthouse because, as we'll see later, that actually remains intact. So that may mean Babi Lighthouse. So before we go outside and talk to Farhan, if you recall, apparently to Yoram, apparently, just as Sheba was falling down, the seas rose and may have caught her, which is odd because even if that was somehow related to her powers, which should be impossible considering that she is, as we know at this point, a wind adept, meaning that she does not have any particular control over water, but whatever. So, let's go out. Where are you going, Isaac? Yoram asked us to wait. Did you forget? No, but he wasn't appearing. I know we need to leave, but we should hear what Yoram has to say. We can delay our departure a little longer. Let us wait. Thank you for waiting for me. As you no doubt have guessed, I need to speak with you about Lemuria. Yes, the island of the ancients far out to sea. When you could not find Shena, you returned to Venus Lighthouse. Yeah, the base of the lighthouse was flooded, so we couldn't get out. And that is when you gazed out to sea, as you promised Babi you would. Yes, and we saw an area wrapped in mist. I remember how Babi said Lemuria was always covered in mist. I am not sure, but I think I am beginning to think that may be Lemuria. If it is, then Babi's life could be saved? Yes. Then I guess we have no choice but to go. It would seem that way. Good. Then it is settled. I will make arrangements for you to leave at once. But we have to find Jenna first. That is the other reason I wanted to see you. To give you this. Yoram takes out the black orb. Oh, isn't that? You will need it to sail Babi's ship. I thought the ship we saw at Iejima was Babi's. But it turns out his ship is here, in La Libero. So the ship at the peninsula was Satura's ship. Perhaps, but we have no way of finding that out now. Yes, they are gone. But now we can sail the ship of the ancients. It certainly will aid us in our search for Jenna. Babi told me the ship of the ancients is an incredible vessel. It will make your search for Jenna easier. We appreciate it. But I want you to find Lemuria as soon as possible. We promised Babi we would find Lemuria. We will not fail him. Isaac got the black orb and gave it to Garrett. The ship is docked at the edge of town. You will know it when you see it. Farewell, and bring back news of Lemuria. Right on, Isaac. We finally get to see the ocean. To sea we go. It is time to depart. Alright, so if you recall, there was a soldier guarding something here, one of Babi's precious belongings, and as you may guess by now, that is actually Babi's Lemurian ship. Before we talk to him though, I actually want to talk to a few of the people in La Libero. The explosion in the Venus ruins caused Babi Lighthouse to crumble. The works of man can never withstand such mystical power. And I actually want to see some of their dialogue once you read their mind. Eden of Tolby doesn't seem too disappointed about Babi Lighthouse. It must have just been another whim of that tyrant, Babi. I'm all healed now, but I lost all my confidence after being beaten. Even if I return to Tolby, I will never fight again. I wanted to be a part of the battle of Venus Lighthouse. After everything has happened, La Libero no longer feels safe. Sheba will be fine, even after falling from such a height. So yeah, Sheba has disappeared and Jenna and Kraden are missing. So, our journey will now take us out to sea. Let's talk to this soldier here. I was told to let you in if you showed up. The door is open. And we have a huge warehouse. And all the way to the left, and we have the elemental star scene, and underwater Babi's Lemurian ship. Let's use the black orb. It looks like it's finally time to leave Gondowan. It's so strange. We've been traveling for so long, and yet it feels like we've only just begun. Now that I think about it, so many things have happened. But our journey will be over as soon as we find Jenna, right? Sure. The end of one journey, but the beginning of another? No way! You didn't forget, did you, Garrett? Our promise to Babi. Oh, Lemuria! I wonder what kind of place Lemuria is. We have to find Jenna before going to Lemuria, don't we? Yeah, that should be our priorities. Yeah, that is important. At any rate, this will be our first time on the ocean. So this is the ocean Kraden wanted me to see. The seas are very rough. Do you think we will be okay? I'm sure we'll manage. This is a Lemurian ship. We'll be fine. Well, shall we then? To see. Jenna is waiting for us. And away they go. So, as the credits roll, we have finally reached the end of the first chapter, I would say, in the Golden Sun series. I gotta admit that months back, when I was just telling myself that I just go ahead and just for the fun of it, let's draw or try to make a drawing of every enemy and some of the main characters of the game, and maybe I can make something of it. I never thought I'd actually make it to this point. I'd be lying if I said that it was a smooth ride, or that there's not a lot of things that I have yet to learn, and there's a ton of things that I have to learn yet. But I do want to thank anybody that either has seen or eventually sees this. I do know by just looking at the channel that these videos get no views, but I understand. This is a game that plenty of videos of it have already been made, so I understand that it's quite tough for it to actually get any views, but that's fine. Well, yeah, I just wanted to thank anyone who may, and even if you see this like years or months after it's out and you want to put in a comment, chances are I'll try to check it out if I'm doing anything else. As always, any feedback is appreciated, and I hope that my dreadful voice and subpar drawings were not enough to turn you off of the series, or at least of this particular Let's Play. So I'm just going to be quiet now and let the credits continue to roll. So, let's actually save the adventure here. You can resume your adventure with this data. Doing this basically sets up a clear data if you want to transfer it to the lost stage, which I advise that you do with a save file that has, if not all gene, at least 6 of every gene, and as well as a few particular items. Carefully choose a place to save your data. So I already have a clear data from a previous one. I'm going to, of course, save it over this one. Is it okay to save? Yeah, let's save. Meanwhile, at the chunk of land that was torn at Idejima, oh Kraden, how long will this island continue to drift? I don't know. I wish you could tell me. Yeesh, you're no help in times like this. Hey, I'm hungry. How can you think about food? I wonder what happened to my brother. I cannot be certain, but it looks like they lit the Venus beacon. You don't have to tell me that. That is how we wound up at the Rift at Sea, right? You're so cranky today, Jenna. Well, I suppose you must be worried about Felix. Isaac and his friends must have been nearby too. They probably were. I miss them. Isaac, Felix. There is something I wish to show you. Walk this way. Felix, Sheba! Felix, Sheba. They are alive. They are alive. What is this? Alex, what happened? And with that, the adventure continues.